overcome. Barely. Too weak, too slow.
My king nears.
What's up, y'all? We're back, and this time with a video about endgame upgrade options. So previously, my build had rather cheap items almost every slot, but now that we're a couple weeks in, it's time to look at what we can do when we're spending big. So here's a couple items I bought and the new systems I've been working on. Let's get to it. All right, so what do we got? So the three main pieces here are HOWA, Queen of the Forest, and Ingenuity. Not very original, I know, but let's see how it works. So first things first, we are stacking Dexterity and Intelligence for HOWA. We're stacking Evasion for Queen of the Forest. And then we're stacking Intelligence for Evasion here using the Heroic Tragedy Olroth Timeless Jewel. All right, let's take a look at the rest of the gear. So, same old crossbow. The rings are boosted by Ingenuity, so you want 6 useful mods. These are really important. So I go for Flat Evasion and Intelligence, and then I cover my resistances. So you've got the same thing over here, Flat Evasion attributes, and then resistances. And then the boots, you do not want movement speed because the Queen of the Forest says other modifiers to movement speed do not apply. So instead we're going for full evasion with life and then resistances. Helmet is funny. It's energy shield because I'm using subterfuge mask here. So it says +2 evasion per energy shield. So this is 780 evasion and then intelligence and resistances. The amulet, so the energy shield, now that we have energy shield, the percentage energy shield is good, and the rest of the mods, pretty straightforward stuff. As many attributes as possible, and then fix the resistances. So I made some pretty big changes to the tree, and so what I'm doing right now, and I don't even know if I'm going to stick with this, is clearing with Explosive Shot, and then swapping to single target with Shockburst. And since I'm only clearing on the first tree, that's where I put all my evasion for the movement speed, and then I drop all that evasion for damage for single target. And so all these orange points are for Explosive Shot, so we have evasion here, evasion there, subterfuge mask here, and pierce for explosive shot because Shockburst doesn't need to pierce. And then we have the green points. It's invested into damage, attack speed, unique damage, more attributes, and attack damage up here, and then just a random point here because I had one left over. I also have the controlled metamorphosis here, which lets me just click these notables on the ring, and I can save myself the travel points. So what did we get and what did we give up? So we got 110% movement speed at all times. So I'm really fast. I got the energy shield, which is 800, doubled to 1600 with Grim Feast, and 95% evasion at all times. So way better defensively. And also the HOWA gives me a huge amount of lightning damage. So I'm doing a ton of lightning damage on my explosive shot, and my Shockburst rounds does a billion damage. But we gave up the 3 dragons. And this thing, it comes with a 20% hit to movement speed, and I lose all my energy shield. So it is a lot worse defensively, but I do really miss those Herald chains. So I might try to go back to 3 dragons somehow. One more thing the build is really good for is Sanctum. So it scales extremely well with the increased defenses relics and also the 2 boons, one that gives more defenses and one that gives increased effective relics, so increased defenses. And all of these translate to movement speed with Queen of the Forest.
Stand tall.
So, is it worth it? I think so. The movement speed is everything in the game. It keeps you alive, and you got to backtrack the whole length of the map when you find out you miss a single rare. The Shockburst thing, though, it's been done before, and the damage is really not that much different from my grenade setup. What I really want to do is cook with Rampart Raptor or make Ice Wall Siege Cascade work. And then I lined up a couple clips here of different setups that I've been trying out. So you can see right here, single target pure explosive shot still does great damage. And this one here, this is a lot less serious. So this is Rampart Raptor, which gives you infinite ammo for 4 seconds after you reload. So it's a lot of shots for not very much damage. It is very fun though, I'll say that.
Touch of Kobek. Touch of Kobek.
So there's some tech here that I'm not really able to take advantage of, but your Siege Cascade can target every single crystal of Frostwall, so you might be able to shotgun a million shots onto one target, although this might be better done on a class that is not Deadeye. Check it out. And then the question about Herald of Ice. So Herald of Ice, it actually technically is possible to use, but you kind of have to put Cold Infusion on Herald of Thunder, which kills the damage. So you need a lot of Herald of Thunder damage before that happens. Or you could use Against the Darkness with Cold and Int, but that is extremely expensive. So I'm running Cold Infusion here in this video, and you can see I'm getting quite a few shatters, but it's not as consistent as it was in previous videos. But in this new setup, even if I have less Herald of Ice, I'm moving a lot faster, attacking a lot faster, have a lot more survivability, and have a lot more damage. So it's up to you guys to pick and choose what you want to be running. And that concludes the video. So as always, I'm open to any questions, ideas, feedback, just let me know. Thanks for watching, you guys. Adios.